Hello, this is Mario Ruta with Touring Imaginaries. Today we're going to be touring the International Space Station. We are also going to be touring the solar system. And we're going to first fly to the International Space Station, and then we're going to get in some spacesuits and tour the space station, and then we are going to go on a journey through the solar system and tour the solar system. Space exploration tourism. I will be your tour guide, Mario Ruta, and this is space tourism. Just a little background information on our solar system. Our solar system is located in the Milky Way galaxy. The solar system was formed from a cloud of gas and dust more than 4.5 billion years ago. All the planets orbit around the sun in the same direction along elliptical oval paths. And the planets within the inner solar system are relatively close together and mostly composed of rock. The planets in the outer solar system are far apart and mostly composed of gases and icy fluids. For our trip, we are going to avoid Pluto because it's too far away and it's basically just a ball of ice. And it would take too long to travel to Pluto and back. One of the farthest being the farthest planet in the solar system. We're also going to avoid the asteroid belt, obviously, because we don't want to damage our spacecraft. So here we go, and this is space tourism. Space tourism. Here we go.
Okay,
Gotta get my suit here.
we are here on the International Space Station in one of the laboratories on board the space station,
Climb into my
and
suit here.
we are embarking upon the Columbus mission inside the Columbus module. Here we have two spacesuits ready to be put on for a planned spacewalk. If you put your suit on, you need to as we travel between compartments along our journey. These suits are used to repair equipment inside and outside the space station as the electronics deteriorate due to extreme heat and cold temperatures, especially with solar flares. So we actually need to go and repair stuff inside
Here we go.
and outside
Walk through the space module.
the space station.
Here we go.
And space is a vacuum
Okay.
with no pressure. So the suit weighs about 300 pounds each, but if you notice, there's no gravity up here, so they are weightless. The suits are weightless, and we're weightless. The large backpack on the back of your suit enables you to breathe.
Space tourism.
It has all your oxygen and carbon dioxide removal. I refer to the suit as your spacecraft or your lifeline when we go out into space. Do you see the computer control panel located on the chest of the suit? You can view it.
Maintain your gravity here, so I'm all over the place.
You can view the control panel like the visor of your helmet.
I'm down here.
And the helmet's so large
I
that
can get to the window.
it doesn't move. You can move your head freely inside the helmet, but yet the helmet is stationary. And do you notice things inside the craft are floating around because of the lack of gravity? You will experience weightlessness. And as we float around the modules inside the space station, we have now reached an exit hatch. We're looking for an exit hatch that will take us outside. And this hatch will release the cabin pressure to enable us to go outside the spacecraft. Okay, so
Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this madness. The hell?
we're going to need to get deployed out of the space station. We want to look at the space station on the outside. We're going to do like a spacewalk. So, if you look here, you will see this is called a cupola, and it's like the glass bottom of a boat. This is the best part of the module because of the great massive view of Earth as you look down. This is where you can view Earth's continents and cloud formations over those continents. I think we are currently over Africa. It's time to begin our, walk outside, I just wanted to show you the cupola so you can get an idea of what we do in our free time up here when we're in space. So, like I said, we're gonna make our way to the hatch door so we can go outside to do our spacewalk.
Okay, time to head outside. We gotta go explore some other planets here besides Earth.
So let's grab a handle on this hatch door. And so what we do is to enter a decompression chamber at first. So this is the decompression chamber to get to the outside. There's like an electronic interface that's asking me if I want to exit the Columbus module for a spacewalk. And, after acknowledging yes, that I want to do a spacewalk, the exit will open up and we'll be able to go outside and tour the space station from the outside. Well, here it is. In space viewing, the space station, you will see a craft attached to the side of the space station. This is called a Soyuz craft. And that will take us on our interplanetary tour and return us to the space station. The Soyuz is small, so we're going to have to be a little cramped while we explore the solar system. Here again is another outside view. Do you see the solar panels in the space station? This is a good example of where our energy source comes from. The sun. This is a renewable energy. And by the way, Richard Branson is doing a lot of experiments on how solar energy is going to be used in space tourism. He said, "Welcome to the dawn of a new space age. I was once a kid with a dream looking up at the stars, and now as an adult, I'm looking back at this beautiful Earth." As we gaze at the space station, we're kind of overcome with the Earth and its awesome, atmosphere, its awesome size of the Earth.
Outside the International Space Station, and we're gonna get ready to explore the solar system.
And you should ask yourself, what kind of person would want to be an astronaut? People who like to explore, like you. We have doctors and scientists and engineers and pilots.
Without getting into trouble.
And people like us who want to adventure and want to do cool stuff. Going back to the Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson, Virgin Galactic, Jeff Bezos, and Blue Origin, as well as Elon Musk with SpaceX, are already carrying out tourists and astronauts to the space station. Like, for example, I think Bezos took out William Shatner out into space. And Virgin Galactic already has 600 customers for the year 2022, and it's $250,000 a ticket. This is definitely a model for consumer choice and as a commodity. There are four types of space tourism. There's high altitude jet fighter flights. There's atmospheric zero gravity flights like Bezos did. And there's short duration suborbital flights, which I think Richard Branson is trying to look into, and Elon Musk. And there's longer duration orbital trips into space, which is what we're hoping to do today. These various types of flight options impact the choices of space tourism types. This particular space tour we're going on, the Columbus mission, shows how our research addresses space tourism sustainability and discusses the intersection of tourism's quest for authenticity in the tourist experience. According to the World Travel and Tourism Council, WTTC, the space tourism industry is a great leap forward for sustainability in tourism. We're getting message from Mission Control telling us that we're traveling too far from the space station, so we're going to have to head back to the space station. And then we're going to go on our interplanetary tour within the Soyuz. Okay, so we're heading back to the space station.
Well, part of my
We're
space
still on our
tour
spacesuit.
here.
We're done with our spacewalk.
Just trying to get situated. There you go.
Okay. Trying to get myself situated to head back to the space station. We're going to have to get back to the space station and then get into the Soyuz mission craft and tour each planet. We're not going to start out at. We're going to start out with Mercury first, but we're not going to go in order because you couldn't go. The planets aren't all in order; they're not in a straight line. So the fastest point we're going to do is a straight line. So we're going to go to the next nearest planet after we hit Mercury first. Okay. Making our way back to the space station. Well, here we are. We're in the Soyuz craft. We're in the control room.
Of my vehicle craft that I will be using to go on my
There's a large window screen.
tour.
And here we begin our space flight. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Traveling the solar system.
Okay, first planet we have up is Mercury. And if you notice, planet Mercury does not have a terrestrial environment. You couldn't live in the climate of Mercury. I think because planet Mercury may have had suffered some anthropogenic climatic change, but I think it's just so hot on Mercury that's why the planet's uninhabitable. But there's a theory out there that it might have suffered some kind of anthropogenic climatic change, or
space tourism,
or maybe an asteroid hit it. They just don't know. But here's Mercury. Okay, next we're going to be traveling to Saturn, and it's a pretty amazing planet with its rings. And then after Saturn, we'll be traveling to Earth because that's where it took us. I mean, we saw Earth from the space station, but we didn't tour it. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. So, and then after Earth, we're going to be going to Venus, and supposedly on Venus it's extremely hot. It's even hotter on Venus than it is on Mercury because of the atmospheric gases that are trapped in Venus that creates, the greenhouse gas, and it gets hot, really extremely hot in Venus. So here we go. We're on our way to Saturn. Okay, when we get to Mars, you will notice that um, there's a red color to Mars. And well, first here we're going to go to Venus, I believe. Um, okay, so like I said, when we get to Mars, you'll notice that the red color of Mars, um, and scientists they have a plan for terraforming Mars by adding halocarbon to its atmosphere, and this would make the red planet habitable. Scientists also say that an asteroid may have hit Mars and suffered some kind of anthropogenic event, and that is how it created greenhouse gas effect and may have lost some of its atmospheric competition or composition. Um, all of these planets make you think of the words of Elon Musk. The future is going in the direction of multiplanetary, or just one planet, and an extinction event
Notice it
like
should
the
be
Anthropocene.
4.55
So Elon
billion
Musk
years,
thinks
not
that
million.
you're either going to be multiplanetary or there's just going to be one planet. The consequences of human impact in space has grown so much that interplanetary space is now increasingly filled with human-made material culture. As on Earth, humankind exploits resources, consumes, and generates space junk, according to NASA.
Here we go. Jupiter. The gigantic planet is Jupiter. The planet's distance from the Sun is 5.2 astronomical units. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the entire solar system. The planet has the fastest rotation. One rotation only takes 10 hours. The gas planet's main atmospheric component is hydrogen. The atmosphere also reaches heights over 5,000 kilometers. The Great Red Spot on Jupiter is bigger than the size of Earth, and this persistent zone of pressure produces an anticyclonic storm. And here we go, on our way to Venus. Venus. It is 0.7 astronomical units from the Sun. Due to its similar size and mass, Venus is often called Earth's sister planet. Venus has the most intense atmosphere. The average temperature on the planet is 462 degrees Celsius, making it the hottest planet in the entire solar system, even hotter than Mercury. Well, that completes our space tourism. I hope you enjoyed it. Off we go, back to Earth. Well, that concludes our space exploration tour. Mission Columbus has been completed. I would like to make a couple final remarks about the future of space tourism. The first mission without any professional astronauts would mark the start of a new period for space tourism. And commercial space travelers will have to work a lot harder in the future to get to space. And I feel that space tourism is anthropological in nature because it explores the changing culture of travel. Thank you.